Did you know that for this movie, both the director and the director's wife both make appearances in the movie? So I was excited to see this movie because there have been some reviewers out there who thought this movie was really disappointing, it was badly written, some are saying it was terrible, and I just wanted to go see it for myself, and I thought it was pretty good for a sequel. Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, we're continuing to follow the adventures of the whole Shazam family as they're continuing to just save Philadelphia from all sorts of different things and trying to be recognized as heroes. You know, the whole aspect of the family is very, very strong in this movie. I just continue to like to see how Billy Batson is growing into his superhero role and he's trying to be more mature. He's facing some stuff in his life where he's got to start making pretty big decisions about his future. There was some pretty deep, important life lessons in this movie, on top of tons of comedy, of course, because you can't have Shazam without some comedy, and I was laughing a lot in this movie, maybe even more than the first one. Another thing I really liked about this movie was we all know that Shazam's powers come from several Greek gods and goddesses, and but they really played on it strong this time. I love Greek mythology. I took a Greek mythology class in high school, so I can kind of geek out at times when I see Greek references, and there were some really cool Greek monsters they brought in, and then they got the Daughters of Atlas. The trifecta, you got Lucy Liu, Helen Mirren, and Rachel Zegler. My favorite was Lucy Liu. She's just got a great presence on screen, and you really never know what to expect from her, and she looks great for her age. I mean, both Helen Mirren and her are getting up in age, but I just love seeing them just grace the screen. I will say a couple things I didn't like about this movie. The writing could have been stronger. I felt like a lot of the jokes, like as funny as this movie was, I felt there were a lot of jokes in the movie that just didn't need to be said. They fell flat. It was just trying to be too funny. There were a few scenes in the movie that I kind of got a little bored with it. Like, I understand that the Shazam family has their cave, and they're talking about stuff, but there were too many of those scenes where they're just sitting around basically doing nothing. When I was watching those parts, I'm like, can we just move on and get on to the good stuff, because this adds like nothing to the story. Billy Batson had like no screen time in this. It was mainly Zachary Levi's Shazam. Billy Batson had like maybe 3 times in the entire movie he was on screen. Having Zachary Levi on the screen like all the time, it can get exhausting because he's a very energetic guy, very funny guy. So like having Billy Batson come back here and there is like a break from all like the comedic action or whatever. Warner Brothers made the big mistake of putting a really cool cameo appearance in a TV spot. Wonder Woman shows up in the movie. They should have just kept that a surprise, because I would have been 10 times more excited seeing her just as a surprise. I think a lot of people would. I mean, that's a huge cameo to have in a movie like this. Like, you could easily not put that in a TV spot. You don't have to show every moment in the movie. You can save some surprises for us. Overall, it was a solid sequel. I enjoyed it. There are 2 post-credit scenes. One of them definitely points to seeing more of Shazam in the future. There's no doubt in my mind Shazam will be back in some capacity, but I don't think it'll be in a solo movie. I think it'll be just appearing in other DC movies, but that's just my guess. For Shazam 2, Fury of the Gods, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. And before you go, drop in the comments below, who is your favorite Shazam character? And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and I'll see you next time.